What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa. In the last episode, we got to look at some DVDs in which we saw that each person was given some sort of motive, some sort of reason outside of the academy to try to get them out there, to get them to graduate, to want to kill someone, to entertain Monokuma, and we endured some interesting jokes in the last episode, and some interesting romantic relationship development between Maizono-san and Naegi. But in this episode, we're starting a new day, and apparently there's some meeting going on in the cafeteria, and so, of course, we're greeted by the guy who's probably going to run it all, Ishimaru. Good morning to you, Naegi. Listen to this. I was the first to arrive this morning. Shocker. Good morning. Ha! Naegi-da. Early to rise, I see. So everyone's all here. Everyone from the students with good habits category, and the ones who showed up a bit late. Shocker. The leader of the biker gang showed up late. Go man, sorry I'm late. Her like smirk is like such a sassy smirk. It's the best way to put it. We got Yamada-san. Excuse my tardiness. I was so engaged in my morning work. What exactly was that? With a slightly loose adherence at time, most high schoolers probably fall into this group. Then there were the ones who make everyone wait, drifting in unfashionably late. Oh, there's a good amount of them. Kitty giddy. Aw, come on. Sorry I'm late. Celis, good morning. Kuwada. Fukawa. And then Hagakure. I never sleep, I just couldn't find my way, dude. I got lost in the Bermuda Triangle. True is truth. Those to whom time holds no meaning, living at their own pace, unconcerned about others. Wow, you tell Naegi. And then there everyone was. Except, we're not all here yet. Still missing Maizono and Togami. I expect no less of Togami. He is kind of like a solo player. But Maizono should have been with the students with good habits crowd, and yet she wasn't here. Did something happen? Like I know where she is. I left my room and came straight here. Has she forgotten our breakfast oath? She lives her life by her schedule. Says Kirigiri from all of her recon work. Listening to talk, the small seed of apprehension planted in my breast slowly began to sprout. I'm gonna go check on her. No sooner than the words had left my mouth, I darted out in the hall. Are we gonna have to like run to her room or something? I arrived at my destination, the room I had exchanged with Maizono for one night. My room, the room she was supposed to have slept in. However, that room... What? The span of a single night had transformed into something completely different. Did someone use the sword or something? What happened here? Okay, so obviously, no, do not tell me Maizono is the first victim. No, that is not okay. This is the gilded practice sword I brought back with me for self-defense. The blade has been drawn from the scabbard. More importantly, what about Maizono? Okay, so there's scratch marks on the wall. There are marks on the wall and the floor. They were slashed with a blade. More importantly, what about Maizono? I know, she's probably in the bathroom. We'll get there. The bed is a mess. The lint roller maybe has something on it. Large quantity of lint roller's tape is missing. Since when? That's probably important. Yes, I get it. You're concerned about Maizono. The tool set in the drawer is something missing? It's still sealed. Okay, so that probably wasn't used. Is that the, scabbard? This is the gilded practice sword I brought back with me for self-defense. This is just the scabbard. The blade's been drawn. More importantly, what about Maizono? Holy cow. There are marks on the floors and the wall, like they slashed with a blade or something. What is this? A keychain has fallen on the floor with my name on it. When we changed rooms, I gave this to Maizono. More importantly, what about Maizono-san? The stand that held the practice sword. More importantly, what about Maizono? The trash can? Is anything in there? The table is flipped up. Marks on the walls before. Oh. Alright, well, let's check out what's going on in the bathroom. Peeked in the shower. Don't be dead. Do not be dead. No. No. Are you kidding me? No! Maizono? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? This always happens. My favorite characters always die so early in these games. Corpse Party. This game now. But Maizono-san, there was such a future. Oh my god. It took me a while to realize I was screaming. The set before me burned itself into my retinas. And then, the stage went dark. Oh, did he pass out? No, you've got to be kidding me. Never-everyday life? That's kind of funny. You've got to be kidding me. Mizono is like one of my favorite characters. One of the few I wanted to spend so much time with getting to bond. That means that was probably wasted time if she's dead now. Ugh. And now it's going to look like he did it because she's dead in his room. You're finally awake. You okay? Seemed the time for a nice relaxing wake up. What happened? Dude, you lost consciousness. Nigs. Nigs. Somebody carried you here. It's not unthinkable in such a situation. Oh my god. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I knew it. I knew it. She was going to be the first to go because they build such a relationship with her. Ah. And we said we'd protect her and we'd get out of here together, and she was my friend and my sidekick. Ugh. There's no doubt Sayaka Mizono is dead. Oh no. Oh, that's such a sad sight to see. We're not here of our own will either. Monokuma, he told us to gather here. Now is it going to be the court-like aspect of the game? Is it obvious that he's the one who killed Mizono? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Alright, so now we gotta figure it out. So someone in this gym killed Mizono. Holy cow. And so the game begins. This is where it's gonna, that rule about not being like betrayed by the others or something like that is gonna come into play. We're gonna have like a court thing where we try to figure out who it was, I believe. The real fun starts here. But the supplemental rules. What? You can't graduate unless you kill someone, but in doing so there was another promise you had to keep too, wasn't there? Yep, the 6th rule. The villain who kills one of his companions will be allowed to graduate, provided his crime is not betrayed to the other students. Bingo! Just killing isn't good enough, you gotta do the deed and get away with it. So, a short while after you off some poor sucker to see if you satisfy those conditions, we'll hold a class trial. Whoa, this music changed though. The class trial will begin a few hours after a corpse has been discovered, during which the murderous villain will have his fierce showdown on the class courtroom versus the remaining students, the heroes. So... okay, so we try to figure out who the villain is. It's not the villain is like announced to us and then they try to defend themselves by a vote conducted at the end of the trial. If the answer you guys come up with is correct, the order disrupting villain will be punished and everyone else will get to continue life together. What if we're wrong though? Selects the wrong person, the villain. The villain will live on, having escaped from his sins, and the rest of you heroes will be punished. Oh my gosh. Your lives together here will be forcibly concluded? What? So if we get this wrong, we die? So literally in every situation, there's only one person that lives. Because if one person gets the kill and, like, gets away with it, then everyone else dies. And if they don't get away with it, then they resume. So it's like, in the end, there is only going to be one person executed. I'd be distraught as well, Yamada-san. By execution, I mean execution. In the electric chair, Billo with the poison gas ripped to pieces by a hurricane. Jeez, you can get really creative with these, apparently. If we are correct in choosing the killer, only the killer will be killed. Oh wait, the killer gets killed if you choose correctly? But if we're wrong, all of us will be executed? Holy cow. Wow. This is a really high stakes situation. This is all like totally crazy. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, Enoshima. I wonder what happens if you don't participate. Then they must be penalized. Uh-oh. Probably lock you up in a dark and scary prison or something. Uh-oh. You guys kill each other? Leave me out of it. Sorry about the little frame drops, by the way. With such an overwhelming evil power staring me in the eyes, I'm shaking in my boots. But I will not yield to the darkness. Monokuma will always fight to the bitter end. If you truly wish to pass, you must take me down first. As he finished Monokuma charge, his feet pattering against the hard floor. But there, are you happy now? Violence against the headmaster. Monokuma is prohibited. This is a violation. Heed my call, O spirit of legend. No. What? Are you kidding me? Just like that. Just like that. All those spears. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Holy cow, so now we have Maizono-san is dead and Enoshima-san is dead. Maizono-san was apparently killed by someone, but Enoshima was just literally killed for being baited into breaking a rule so that Monokuma could punish her. Holy cow. Wow, I'm really feeling it. Easy there, Shulk. The importance of tropes. I was wanting to avoid causing any unnecessary deaths, if at all possible. But I guess the sacrificial lamb really is necessary. Man, I love that trope. But hey, you guys get it now, don't you? I mean business. Yeah, no kidding. If you resist, I'll make Swiss cheese out of you, blow you up, bury you alive, melt you, etc. If you don't want to end up like that, you guys better adhere strictly to the school rules. Yikes. Enoshima's body skewered by spears. A pool of blood was forming beneath it. It's interesting that they chose pink for the blood. It was the first time I had seen the moment of a person's death. And you could tell just by looking at Enoshima, our friend just a moment ago was dead. Killed, terminated. And it all happened just like that. Wow. All she is dead. It's as ridiculously apparent as the inevitable destruction of mankind. It's as stunningly natural as the inevitable end of the world. This isn't some RPG. Cram as many bird feathers down her throat as you want. She ain't coming back. Is that like a Phoenix Down reference? Doshite? Why'd you kill her? Weren't you going to imprison her? I just changed my mind. You didn't premeditate her murder? Premeditate? How do you spell that? Hey, I'm Monokuma. It's not terribly important. I have something I need to give you guys before you start searching for the villain. This is a file with some data I gathered on the corpse. I call it... the Monokuma file. I mean, you guys are amateurs. There's only so much you can find out from a corpse. So I went ahead and gathered info on the body and anything cause of death E for you. Huh? You're wondering how I know what the cause of death is? I watched the whole thing, start to finish, in stunning high-definition clarity thanks to my security cameras. Holy cow, this is actually drawing some parallels to Dead Man Wonderland, which is an anime I'm watching at the moment. It's decent, not bad, not great, super gory, kind of twisted. Kitty giddy. Then you know who the culprit is? The one who killed Maizono? You betcha. If I didn't, I couldn't make it impartial in judgment at the class trial now, could I? Your judgment should be impartial. I'm slightly relieved to hear that. Yeah, alrighty then. Best of luck with your investigation. You're gonna need all the luck you can get. Do what you gotta do. Be seeing you again soon at the class trial. Holy cow. Well, that escalated quickly. Oh my gosh. So now, Maizono and Enoshima. Not a one of us could even open our mouths to speak. Naturally, we were shocked by Maizono's and Enoshima's irrational deaths. But that wasn't all. One person amongst us had killed another one. Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking. On top of that, if we don't find out who did it, everyone else will be executed. We looked at each other with mistrusting eyes. So this is an interesting game in that there are a lot of people who are going to want to be trying to find out the truth, but then there's someone who's going to want to intentionally mislead people or hide certain things while acting like they're trying to go for the truth. So, man. Despite the disturbing abnormality of our situation, she was not perturbed in the slightest. Kitty giddy, is this really a time to be depressed? Besides, with everyone so blindly mistrusting one another, much like blind faith, the outcome can only be disaster. We need to work together. It's up to you who you want to believe in, who you want to doubt. Indeed, fretting over the deceased won't benefit anyone. I'm so tempted to think it's Celeste, just because she's so, her demeanor just makes me think she could very easily do this and do it very nonchalantly as well. That's awful. I've warned you numerous times already. Those who cannot adapt will simply die. Inability to adapt, disobedience, these things lead to death. You reap what you sow. Terrible. Even in this situation, that's way out of line. We need to focus on figuring out who the killer is, first of all. If we don't, then all of us will be executed. Precisely. It's time to begin the hunt. Either way, we cannot escape it. We have no other choice. We've got no choice. This really is our only choice. Kawada-san seems a little outraged. So, let the hunt begin. Gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, need to know why was Maizono killed. Who killed Maizono? This is Maizono, one of our favorite characters already. We need to get revenge. Afraid of the answer, but I have to know. And so the class trial begins. So now I'd imagine we can talk to everyone. So let's start with Ishimaru. If we choose the correct culprit, only the culprit will be executed. But if we are wrong, all of us will be killed. These are the school's rules. What is this madness? Alright, Togami. Hurry up and begin your investigation. Kawada? Come on. You serious? You're really determined to find the culprit, huh? Alright, kitty giddy. Before we begin investigating Maizono's death, what should we do about preserving the crime scene? Preserving the crime scene? You mean watchmen to ensure no one tampers with it? If the culprit tampers with the evidence, we're at a stalemate. Alright, then I'll be on watch. I'm no good at figuring stuff out anyways. I'll leave it to you all to figure out who killed that chick. Then Owada's on lookout at the crime scene. We can't just let him watch by himself. That's true, because unless it was a team effort, I wonder what would happen if more than one person conspired to kill someone. Huh? Why not? Because what if you're the person? By volunteering for guard duty, you can destroy all the evidence you want. I mean, he makes a really valid point. Then I shall be on guard as well. That eliminates the issue. No one is going to try and get past Shrek. 2-player co-op with masters Mondo Owada and Sakura Ogami. Fierce watchmen indeed. Kind of scared, but I'll give it a shot. Let's see what Celes has to say. Talk about adaptability again. What's this? I just noticed something. Nandayo. I was looking over the Monokuma file, and I noticed something very simple, very peculiar. And the place where Sayaka Maizono died is Makoto Naigi's bedroom. Yeah, that's not good. Could it be? Hold on, I didn't do it. Maizono and I traded rooms for one night, that's all. We did it because she was terrified. That has lie written all over it. Although, we know that's obviously the truth. Down fear, in other words, they suspect me. Well, that's less than ideal. Alright, let's see what, what's your name? Asahina, I think? Yeah, Asa. I don't like it, but we got no choice. We gotta find the killer. If we don't, we'll be killed too. Alright, Owada-san. Is this real? That bear. Hagakure. Huh? What is this, dude? Please. Alright, Yamada. Oh. Current status, rebooting consciousness. Please wait. Oh man, these loading screens. Can I, like, get a better view? Please? Come on. Fujisaki, she, right here, she. Oh, poor Fujisaki. Alright, Sakura, I mean Shrek. We cannot run, we can only press forward. And then there's one person hiding behind there. Who is it? Can't really see that well. Who's it telling me this is? Whoa, this isn't the time to worry about this. There's a camera back there. Alright, let me ask this person. Ah, Fukawa. She's not saying anything, she still must be pretty shocked. And we can, of course, look at Enoshima, I'd imagine. I gently brought my hand to Enoshima's dead body, like they do on TV in the movies. I checked her pulse in her neck and wrists. She's really dead. There's no other way to say it. She was completely and utterly dead. Confirming it was unnecessary. Sustaining injuries like that and losing that much blood. More surprising if someone could survive that. Now it's finally starting to kick in. It's not just an act, Hagakure. She's dead then. This is the real thing. It's not some kind of event, but really real, dude. Oh boy. Yeah, no kidding. Took you long enough. Let's begin our investigation. Who killed Sayaka Maizono? To reach the answer to that question, you must gather evidence and follow it to its logical conclusion. Yes, this is gonna be fun. The logic puzzles of the game. If you make the wrong deduction, well, I don't suppose I need to tell you what happens then, do I? If you make the wrong deduction, methinks I'd rather you didn't. Jane. Giddy Giddy hastily departed the gymnasium, leaving only those words behind. I'll be off as well. So now everyone kind of heads out. And we begin our investigation, I'd imagine. I'll beat you to a pulp before your execution. Holy cow. And that face, he looks like he could do that. We're not detectives, or policemen. But we are pretty intellectual, super duper individuals, if I might say so. How is it super obvious that we did it? If it took place in our room, that doesn't necessarily imply that it happened, that I did it, right? Whoa. Stay back, do you intend to kill me too? Anyway, we should do whatever we can. It's not like we're totally certain Naigi did it. Touché. Let us investigate to our heart's content. Even if I wanted to, I could investigate anything. I wonder what happens if a kill takes place, or a murder takes place during the investigation period of a class trial. But I feel like I'm gonna pass out. No one's expecting nothing from you anyway. You tell her, Kawada. Hold on a second, before you go, hear me out. Oh well, what can you do? So yeah, at this point we gotta prove our innocence for the most part. Jeez. Alright, so I mentioned earlier that the Gilded Sword has some like gold and such. So like we'll probably go back to our room obviously and investigate the scene a bit more. Investigation. First I should take a look at the Monokuma file thing. Victim, Sayaka Mizuno. Time of death approximately 1:30 a.m. So in the middle of the night, the corpse is discovered in Nagi's bedroom in the dormitory area. The victim died in the shower in Nagi's bedroom. Cause of death, a stab wound to the abdomen. Additionally, signs of blunt force trauma are visible on the right wrist, which is broken. Blunt force trauma, so that's probably from the sword if I had to guess. I have to perform an investigation with only that to go on. Also, it would make sense if she put forth her right arm to like block some sort of sword hit, that it would strike her around the wrist. If I want to get to the bottom of this, I've got to do something. For my life and for everyone else's lives, and for Mizuno too. Find out why Mizuno was killed, no matter what. This is still so ridiculous. I can't even believe that Mizuno, my like favorite character so far, is the first character to die. The first character! Oh my god. Okay, so can we take a look at this in a new light? Okay. I wonder, if these guys have anything new to say now. Not cool, I don't want to die here, truth is truth. Supreme Kai. That reminds me of Dragon Ball Z. You're not going to investigate Fujisaki? Kind of sad leaving an ocean here all by herself. That is a valid point, I would say. What's over here? There was something to investigate. Oh, I already checked that out. There's the TV. Okay, I don't think we really need to be here anymore. I also do want to go to the store and get more Monokuma medals, actually. I don't think there's anything more to investigate than what we've already investigated in this room. So yeah, we'll just head out of here as well. Should first head to my room, the crime scene. I won't get anywhere without investigating there. Makes sense. So I went to my room where Mizuno's body was. And there's everyone else. First, I should thoroughly examine the condition of the room. By doing that, I can probably figure something out. Okay, so we've already looked at most of this evidence. So in the next episode, we'll take a look at this a bit more and hopefully draw some conclusions about who killed Mizuno, my favorite character so far, the first character to die, and we can get involved in this class trial thing, see all the politics that happen, and really tackle this whole aspect of the game for the first time. This game just went from 0 to 50 real fast. And, man, this is fun, though. The story's good. I love this sort of detective investigation aspect, and I love that we're going to have to use some logic to piece it all together. So I hope you guys are thinking along with me and enjoying it just as much as I am. But until the next episode, this has been Midnight Zero, and this mission is complete. Danganronpa.